You don't always get what you want with ayahuasca, but you always get what you need.
We're in an epidemic of depression. Rates of depression are going up all the time. Our current model for dealing with it is not working.
300 million people with depression around the world. You have a suicide rate that's climbing rapidly. And mental health care has very few tools to address this.
Antidepressants are like taking a painkiller for a toothache. It numbs the pain, but the infection is still there. It's a kind of temporary numbing thing rather than a deep treatment, so it's not supposed to be for life. But people often stay on them because when they try to come off them, the withdrawal can be absolutely horrific.
We're giving people psychiatric drugs that are incredibly toxic, much more toxic than LSD or psilocybin.
It's not just about psychedelics, it's not just about psilocybin or any of the others. It's about a new way of approaching our suffering. And rather than numbing and taking a tablet, it's about going towards the suffering.
The evidence is there that these compounds used in the right professional way can be very helpful.
Something's going on. The culture's ready to have this conversation.
La ayahuasca nos fortalece nuestra mente, nos abre nuestra creatividad, nuestro amor, donde cuando nosotros estamos perdidos espiritualmente, cuando tenemos desviado nuestra mente, nos centra, nos conecta a uno mismo.
Although the plants take longer and sometimes the process is more challenging, more difficult, it actually cures the root cause. It doesn't just cover the symptoms.
What we don't understand about psychedelics is a very thick book. They can help you orient yourself morally, but look the hell out.
Trauma, you didn't intend for that, but it hits you and it's pivotal. What happens now is going to change your life. And typically, it goes in an awful direction.
It was probably the most intense ceremonies that I've been through. It took me back to some points in my life where they were like pivotal points, if you like. I suffered from depression and anxiety. The root of it is a 13-year-old boy that lost his father. I was shown on a different level that I hadn't really dealt with that.
Childhood trauma, which does not have to be overt, it does not have to be dramatic. It can simply be when your needs aren't met and you have to constrict yourself as a result. And trauma simply means a wound. It's an unhealed wound.
With psychedelics, what you're doing is you're providing this window of opportunity, another pivot state. It's a chance to kind of go again. In a way, the irony is that you have to go back to go forwards.
I think that ayahuasca shows us information, and then it's our job to interpret and process and heal. One of the biggest misconceptions is that it's a silver bullet, that it will fix everything, and that when you process something with ayahuasca, it's done, you've healed it. I don't think that that's true. Some of the hardest work is when you go home.
You don't always get what you want with ayahuasca, but you always get what you need.